Alright, so before I get into this video fully, I just wanted to say that I didn't make this technique up. This is actually a pretty common and pretty popular technique called gouache tiling. I'm going to put some more resources down below if you wanted to learn any more about that, but yeah. Alright, let's go. So it all starts with a drawing, and you can do a loose watercolor drawing. That's typically what I like to do, but since we're using a sort of paint by numbers kind of style, or a little spot and dot, having a tight drawing is actually really going to help us out in this sort of painting. Now, if you're kind of intimidated by drawing, like I am, I would say start rough and then try to refine, and then also realize that the more time you spend on a drawing, the better it's going to look at the end of the day. But then after the drawing comes this kind of watercolor wash situation, which I set down a base midtone and then I work in a little darker, still with really not opaque paint. This isn't yet the tiling method, kind of. This is more so just a value block in, which is actually really important. This value block in is going to be sort of our roadmap for the rest of the painting, and it's honestly better than even having a reference. A reference kind of sometimes gives you too much information, but a value block in gives you just what you need to know. It gives you what's dark, what's light, what's in the middle, and the structures of everything around it. So I would strongly suggest starting off with a value block in rather than just jumping straight on white paper. So now that we have this sort of value block in done, this is where we jump in with thicker, more opaque paint, and we do our best to set up the bigger structures of the painting. So the larger, flatter planes, like the front of the forehead, the cheeks, the brow ridge, there's certain planes you're going to notice, and it's hard because I don't show the reference, but every face has certain planes that you can kind of delineate from, and that's what I work on in the middle stages of this painting. And now this process isn't strictly linear. It's not strictly work dark to light and then you finish off with the lightest. I go back and forth. Sometimes I middle with midtones. You see here I'm going in with little details, just trying to add some texture to the skin and add a little more depth and just realism. Of course, with my style, it's not going to be perfectly realistic. There's a lot of improvisation and shorthand, but the overall idea is just trying to build a face that looks realistic, not necessarily to the reference, but just in general. So yeah, here's the final painting. Alright, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope it was helpful. If you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. And if you want to see a video that I think you would like, you click the top one. If you want to see a video that YouTube thinks you would like, you click the bottom one. And now the best way to support me is to buy my book. So that's always an option too. But alright, see you guys later. Bye.